Welcome back to the Shin Pad Podcast. I'm Abdul and I'm here with my boys Temi and Will. Before we get started today, guys, I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for the reception of the channel, for the feedback that we've received, for all of the likes, the comments. And if you're new here, please, guys, please. I know you guys don't want to. It's a bit of a boring thing. Everybody asks everyone to do it all the time, but make sure that you subscribe. It's so important to us. And we will definitely cherish that and make sure that we can do our best to bring you guys top quality content, breaking down the Premier League every week. And yeah, lads, that's all we can do. But yeah, I'm here with Temi and Will. What's up, boys? How's your week been?
Good.
Excellent.
Yeah, everyone had a good time watching a jam-packed weekend of football.
Yeah, we've been feasting. That we predicted last week.
There's the intro, yeah.
A few Oracle calls. So,
a few Oracle calls. We'll get into those, to be fair, actually. I went quickly, I'll just let you guys know before the podcast starts, innit? I went to last week's episode and I did watch back and I looked through all of our predictions for this game week. So I've got those on the side. We can go through that as well as we go through the game week.
Nice,
but boys, before we get into anything of the game week 2, what's in your shin pad? Who wants to get started? Will, have you got something in your shin pad? Any gripe? Just to explain to anybody who's coming here for the first time, what's in your shin pad is a segment that we do where you pull something out of your shin pad where the ref can't see it, a gripe that you might have, something that you think's great, something you think you want to see in football, something you're tired of seeing in football, a hot take, something you think might happen. Will, what's in your shin pad, mate?
I feel like I've got a couple things and I just want to sink my teeth into almost both at the same time, but I've got to go one by one. So can I go cheeky and possibly present 2 things in my shin pad? One shin pad each.
There's no rules, mate. You can 100%, yeah?
There's no rules.
So the first one I thought I'd just go with a bit of a light one is it's the shirt I'm wearing. So I was just saying, actually before we went live, that I've got a bit of a football shirt collection, a variety of clubs and leagues.
Yeah.
And
You're a shirt haul.
Probably my favorite
shirt slut, if you will.
I won't.
Language. We're inclusive. It's 2025.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, I've got quite a bit of collection, probably 20 plus pieces now that I've collected over the years. And yeah, this is the cheapest football shirt that I think I've ever purchased, actually. And it's not one of those ones where you get it from Next, somebody's back garden selling knockoff shirts. This is actually a real shirt. I think I got it in Sports Direct, and it was I think when I was in university.
Nice.
Probably nearly 5 years ago as well. And literally, I got it £15. This one, yeah, a Leon away shirt.
Hey, listen, we all love a steal, to be honest, and that was a quality shirt. What season was that? Do you know?
Yes, this would have been I got this late 2019, so this would have been the 18 to 19 season.
Oh, Malo Gusto season.
Right.
I think.
Who?
I think
No
Malo
way,
Gusto.
no way.
Yeah.
Who?
Malo, that's the season, I think.
Isn't Gusto only
Gusto, bro.
22?
Who?
Did he break 19? Oh, okay, I'm bugging, to be fair, but
Yeah.
I thought I'd seen him in that.
Yeah. So I got this way up, quite a few months after the season ended. So it's a massive.
Yeah.
Even after the end of the season, sale was still there. So I think they probably knocked the price down.
Class, to be fair.
Second time. So yeah. So this is one thing I wanted to share with everybody.
Yeah.
The second one I wanted to...
Before you share your second one, you've got a big shin pad to be hiding that shirt in there, to be honest, bro. Pulling that out the shin pad, but nah. Cold though, it's a nice shirt.
It's not one of them new age tiny shin pads.
Yeah, exactly. It's a big shin pad. The shin pad can hide a closet behind it.
Yeah, this one from back in the day.
Yeah.
And the second one is a gripe I have, and it's just one that I'm sure we'll go into more detail about it later, but it's people's reaction to Alexander Isak's Instagram story. The amount of people that felt like he wasn't in the right to say anything, I'm just totally against it.
Yeah.
I'm totally against it. I feel like
Go on, then.
I don't feel like he said anything that was disrespectful. He honored his team. Obviously, this was all because he was in the PFA Premier League Team of the Season.
Yeah, and he didn't show up. Yeah.
The only player who didn't show up.
Yeah.
So to me, I felt like him taking time to say to his teammates, thank you to the fans and the club for giving them the platform to perform that way. But he addressed what everyone wanted to know. I think him just saying thank you for being included in this and that would have been weird.
I know what you're saying. I agree with you, but it is it's a messy situation, isn't it? And Isak himself coming out and saying that, and then the club coming out and saying what they said. I feel like it's something that could have just been addressed a lot better and more amicably behind the scenes. But where it's gotten to now, listen, I agree with you. I think 100% he's not in the wrong at all to be sharing those things at all. Because at the end of the day, mate, if you feel like someone's done you wrong, which Newcastle, which Isaac seems like Newcastle have, then man, you can deal with it whatever the hell way you want. To be honest, so nah, man, two very valid Shin Pad pulls. I'm gonna go with mine before Temi goes with his. What I'm pulling out my Shin Pad this week is a shirt as well, but it's not a shirt that I'm wearing, and I don't have it with me. I wanted to find it, but I couldn't. Pardon?
So I was gonna say, any chance you got like a picture of the shirt or something?
Oh, listen, the picture of the shirt will be on the screen right now. Yeah, the shirt is the Premier League 25-26 referee shirt. I think they need to go back here to the designing board and throw that in the bin. Sack whoever made that shirt, bruv. Because referees already are auraless. Yeah? They're already struggling.
I would disagree. There's a few that I've got a bit
back in the day. Back in the day ones. These guys now, listen. But regardless, you know what I mean? If there was ones that had aura, it's because of that clean cut, all black Nike. You know what I mean? Just clean, very simple. Puma came in and decided they wanted to make their referees look like some scuba divers or some shit. Yeah. And bring all these like fancy little mate, I can't lie, referees look even more. Now when I see a referee make a decision that's messed up, when I look at him in that kit, I just think, somebody kill him. You know what I'm saying? So that's my gripe. The Premier League, you guys need to sort out your referees' kits. Look after the referees, man. Make them look cool. Make them look clean. Give them something to, you know what I mean? Some drip to fucking stand up on, man.
I like it. Personally, I feel like it's a bit different, isn't it? I feel like we're so used to, you know what I'm saying, classic. You know what I'm saying? Let's switch things up now.
Yeah, you want to be different, yeah?
They've got the centered.
Look at this guy. He always wants to be different, innit? Look at me. But yeah, tell me, what have you got on your Shin Pad, mate?
Yes, man.
What's in my Shin Pad this week? Maybe a bit more of a not serious take, but it's the love of the game. I feel like nowadays we like to police too much of how other fan bases react or what they do. So I'm gonna give you a few examples.
Sigh.
Number one.
Sigh. Of course, an Arsenal fan fucking complain about it.
Here we go. Point example. I couldn't even say it.
Yeah, because you guys are always living in fairyland, bruv. You're always living in fairyland. It's like, everyone's always, look at us victims. But go on. Sorry, mate. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I apologize. Go on.
No worries. But point example, the Eze announcement this week. I'm seeing people like just absolutely losing their marbles about the way it was. It was a bit too emotional, a bit too dramatized. But I think regardless, that's the approach that the media team want to go with. Let's just enjoy that. Whether it be that, it be celebrating last minute winners, whether it be even just doing the Gyökeres celebration. When he was doing that at Sporting Lisbon, everyone was buying into the hype. All of a sudden, he does it in North London. It's cringe. Don't let these lot win the league. We can't stand them. Like, guys, football is an entertainment sport.
It's not a clean celebration though, is it? Like,
it.
I know you guys like the celebration and everything. Doing it now, okay, cool. When you're sat down, fair enough, it's cool, innit? But when you see Gyökeres, and he's a big boy as well, yeah, he's a bit of a tank. When you see him running down the touchline, putting his hands together clunkily, trying to pull it up to his face. Everything's going in slow motion.
It's so cold.
There's nothing to it, man. There's nothing to it. It's one of those celebrations that looks better in edits when afterwards and they do all of that. You know, the slow picture frames and there's bare of them in a row. It looks nice. It looks cool and that. But you see it live, you're kind of like, it's a bit of a forced one. But you know what, yeah?
I disagree. I saw it twice this weekend live. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you saw it twice for we'll get into that game. We'll get into that game anyways. We're done.
Live.
Listen, are you done with what's in your Shin Pad?
I'm done, man.
Yeah, okay, cool. So we'll get into, to do with that game, Gyökeres getting a brace, Arsenal versus Leeds. Arsenal 5, Leeds 0. And lads, last week when we was talking about it, we did all say, to be fair, that this game should be quite a comfortable game for Arsenal. But Temi, as the resident Arsenal fan here, you know how I move. Can you please get us kicked off?
Let's go. Arsenal 5, Leeds 0. Emphatic win. Obviously, Viktor Gyökeres brace. Then you had Saka slap one top right. crazy finish, and then you're in timber.
Top right, just past the keeper's shoulder. It was a good finish, great finish.
That's what I'm saying.
100% good finish. Power, hit it early, keeper couldn't react. And that shoulder region, mate, when you hit the ball just there, keeper can't, even if he wants to get his hand up, it doesn't even, the range of motion ain't there for it. So brilliant finish for Saka. I can't lie, man.
And that's a little trademark Saka finish. I've seen him do it a few times. He's done it against Leeds a few years ago when they were last in the Premier League. Did it against Everton. I'm sure there's a few other examples. So I think a quality player like him, he's got a few different things in his arsenal. Don't mind the pun. And then obviously he had Yuri and Timber. 2 set pieces. Set pieces FC, man, you take them as long as they go in. Yeah. They add towards the goal tally towards the end of the season. I'll take it. But performance-wise, I will say maybe the first half an hour, I'm not going to...
It wasn't great, was it?
Yeah, it wasn't great.
Yeah.
I feel like the team is still trying to adjust, still trying to find rhythm, find those patterns. When you've got a focal point like Gyökeres up top, it's a whole different style of play.
That missed though.
Do you know what I mean? Even for an example,
I can't lie.
A bit jittery.
That right there, it wasn't anything deep. I didn't think it was anything deep. It's one of those ones there where rival fans straight away would look at it and they would jump on him. You know what I mean? And I was dying straight away because I could see all my group chats popping off. People just straight away talk about it, and I was just dying because Gyökeres is a very interesting player. Where when you watch him on the pitch, he's I don't know how to explain this, but he's got a bit of like the gait of Romelu Lukaku, where in terms of the way he moves off the ball and sometimes on the ball, it's a bit clunky, it's a bit heavy, and he just swiped at that shot. But it wasn't really a chance, it was more of a half chance. If he was someone who was a lot more nimble and quick, he could have maybe turned around and taken a touch, but he's just a massive blob in it, go on, sorry Temi, go on.
But on that, I would say he probably didn't realise he had enough time.
Yeah.
Well, literally, like you said, if
sharpness as well, isn't it?
Yeah, I agree with that.
But saying that first goal he did score after half time, that was very sharp. Califuori plays that ball straight in over the top.
Yeah.
First touch is great. Cuts in. An extra 2 touches. Near post.
He did everything right in that goal.
All I'm saying, if he was light skinned, a bit shorter, and wore the number 14, they'll be saying that's Thierry Henry or something. So
listen,
all I can say
let me say one thing on that goal quickly. Let me say one thing. That firstly, the defending was absolutely woeful. For him to have that much time coming in off the left, and it's not like he did this thing with lightning speed either.
Yeah, honestly, it was the goal, I didn't expect him to score that. I was like, I thought they'll close him down. It's like they're just off him, but
nobody
at the same time,
it's the aura.
You have to give credit.
The mask.
You have to give. No, come on, man. Come on. You give credit where it's due. Good near post finish. I thought he was even gonna go far post. I was like, oh, good. Good for him.
Reversed it.
That's a guy who knows how to score goals. That takes that shot that the keeper's probably not thinking to save.
Bagsman.
But for a player of that lack of agility, not even to be too harsh, but for him to have that much time,
wow,
it's not harsh.
You know what? Coming against you next week. Watch your mouth. You know, lack of agility. Hey, good luck now. You know what to do. You know what to do.
We'll be waiting for you.
We're gonna be waiting for you guys.
I'm excited, lads. Yeah, we'll get into that for sure. I'm so excited for that game, but quickly on Gyökeres, I can't lie. Temi last week did say Gyökeres would get a brace, so I want to give you that 100%. It was against Leeds, and the second goal was a penalty that he stole off of a kid. That's stealing sweets from a kid in a pram. But to be honest with you, I'm gonna get into it, to be fair, because I think Leeds were a bit hard done by. I don't think that was a pen. I really don't think that was a pen. I think Dalman dived. Like, listen, let me get into it.
Wrap it up.
Listen, AFTV tie. If this happened against Arsenal,
are you being for real,
bro? It was a dive. Listen, there was minimal contact on the first instance. Is it mad for me to think it was a dive? I don't think I'm that crazy to think it was a dive. Minimal contact in the first instance, and then Dalman clearly pushes his leg into the defender.
Wow.
Which, fair enough, innit? I'm not, bro. He's playing the game. He's not like he's a kid, but he's in the game and he dived. Dalman, you're a cheat, mate. And I don't want to see it again. And I hope Arsenal get relegated. How about that? But Gyökeres snatched that ball off him, put it down, and you know what? Fair enough.
As he
Dispatched of it. He dispatched it. As he should, as he should. But he dispatched
Hair
of
flick
it.
as well to silence all the haters.
What's you guys' opinion on that? I think people were getting onto him. Like, I feel like people are just going to get onto him for everything he does.
That's what I
100%.
said. And it's,
Yes, we will
I
get
love
onto
that
him, yeah.
do
celebration.
you know what I mean? And it's back to the Shin Pad. For the love of the game, let us enjoy. If you want to be petty, when there's MLS doing the Haaland celebration, if it's when Luis Suarez, who remembers back in the day when he dived in front of David Moyes,
Class.
after Moyes, he
In the
called him a
derby.
diver and a derby.
Yeah.
Let people be petty. Let people enjoy the game. It's entertainment.
No, I agree. 100%
wanna
enjoy the
see
game.
this.
But I feel like, I'm not saying it's a thing where it's like, do you know what I mean? It's just banter between the fans, bro. You guys are the ones that can never take it, always crying.
Here we go.
You know what I'm saying? It's the truth, though. You
we
guys always
go.
cry about everything. Oh, they won't let us. Bro, just enjoy it, innit? You guys, you want to enjoy it? Enjoy it. That's it. No one's going to stop you guys.
me,
But
we are, man.
listen, it was a good game. Good win against Leeds, who are Leeds at the end of the day. I don't think they'll be surviving in this Premier League. So, good win by Arsenal. But moving into our next fixture of the weekend, which was quite a shocking result, but not a shocking result given recent results. Manchester City 0, Tottenham 2. Let's get into it, boys. Will, did you watch the game?
Yep, but I got to get onto you straight away there. You said last week, this Man City, they've come back, that they're going for a title. You can't just say...
I didn't say they were going for a title. Don't put words in my mouth.
Huh?
I didn't say they were going for a title. I said
Reload
I
the
expect them
tape.
to be up there. Reload the
Wind
tapes.
back the tape.
Yeah, no, I said they've given everybody a year off, but then they can come and show exactly what's. But listen, it's still two game weeks in. No one's winning the title, no one's losing the title off of the bat. And City, of anybody, you Arsenal fans should know this especially well. City, out of anyone, can afford to lose games at the beginning of the season because when they get to that February, March, April time, they will go on a 15-game run and do what they need to do. So they've been in the situation before. They've lost to Tottenham at home before, and I'm pretty sure gone on to win the league. So it's a City thing to do. We spoke about it last week before we got into it. If we go into some of the predictions we had, I even said, listen, I can see Spurs winning this, but I think City would have too much for them. Totally wrong. But at the end of the day, Spurs winning, I don't think it's a shock
I don't know
result.
I don't know if you phrase it exactly like that. I'm pretty sure I heard.
We can go back. We can go back. But
City
go, I never
100%.
said City are winning the league.
Yeah.
I never said that once.
I'm not gonna. The conviction you're saying it with is making me backtrack a bit, but I'm so sure, like, that you
I
said,
definitely did not say
I heard
City
it
are
too.
winning the
I heard
league.
it too, bro. I heard
Yeah,
it too,
okay,
bro.
go on. I said they'll be up
You said
there.
Haaland was gonna be like
I said Haaland will be top scorer at the end of the season. I still believe that. Haaland will be top scorer at the end of the
30
season.
plus goals.
30 plus goals, 100%.
okay, cool. All right.
But yeah, City, bro, I can't lie. Spurs were so good. The way that they pressed them, their game plan, the way that they followed it. Thomas Frank set them up defensively. Bro, Jed Spence playing at left back, unbelievable. Porro, some of the balls he was whipping in. I know they didn't score more, but mate, they could have really actually embarrassed City. City had a lot of chances themselves. Marmouche, my goodness. You see when Haaland did that little step over, played it through.
Honestly.
And Marmouche
Good
should have
save.
buried that. Good save, but a better finisher there is and it's the fine margins in those situations where if you don't score and bring it back to 2-1, because 2-1 is a very different game at that point. If you don't score and bring it back to 2-1, then yeah, Tottenham did well to keep them out after that. And yeah, Will, you did say that you was gonna go for a double Tottenham defense, and you
I
did.
chickened
You
out.
doubled down on that and said, "I will not bench any of them." You had so much
know,
conviction
man.
in your voice.
Let
But
me
we'll
say-
get into FPL corner later.
man.
We'll get into that later, so you can hold on to that one for now
fair enough.
and let us know whether or not you've actually gone for them or not. But Temi, what did you think of the game?
I thought it was a great watch. I feel like it kind of set the tone for that Saturday. Literally, I think Spurs, they just overpowered City physically, winning the duels, was it running distance. Spurs came out to play. City, that I'll probably say had a decent start, maybe first 10, 15 minutes, but after that, you knew what Spurs were doing. And one thing I did rate as well, that they didn't just go route one. They did try to play out the back. I thought like Ben Tuchel was great during the day. Mohamed Kudus as well. I've got to give props to him. Such a powerful runner. Anytime I saw him go for a 50-50, he was crunching John Stones.
Powerful runner, yeah. Is that all he is?
Obviously, he's got tech to him as well. But I feel like in the context of that
Pace
game,
and power, huh?
you know what I mean?
We know, right?
Underbelly. Well, other
Crazy.
than that, you had Brendan Johnson. does nothing the whole game. Literally.
Oh
gets
my
a
day.
man.
Hey, Brendan Johnson, by the way, we're going to have to start talking about this guy. The biggest happy
Honestly.
merchant on earth, but he's there always. He's always there.
And
He's like, I don't know. He's always there.
Can you believe he was Tottenham's top scorer last season? Nearly had 20 in all comps. Can you imagine?
Bro, I don't know. This
that
guy's
team.
he's starting to do Salah things, but anyways,
Watch your mouth when you talk
he's starting to do Salah things. Nah, I'm joking.
João Palhinha as well.
Oh yeah, very solid.
When he was last in the league, obviously he went to Bayern Munich, had a year off.
Yeah.
But he was up there in the metrics with like tackling, interceptions, distance covered. So he was key on the day, very pivotal player. And it is a bit scary to see if Spurs could include, if they could have included Savinho to that mix, Eze as well on a break.
Yeah.
Would it be looking shaky for a certain London club in blue? But anyway,
Wait, did you just say? Did he just say Eze on the break?
yeah. Imagine you had Eze on a break in that team on the counter attack.
Yeah. You guys, who are you going to be countering? You're going to be countering against us.
Say that again.
Spurs.
Spurs.
It's Spurs.
Oh, you're talking about the Spurs had
that's
Eze.
what I'm saying.
Okay,
Spurs had Eze,
no, definitely, bro. Spurs, if they had it, that's the missing piece. I feel like that's the last little extra bit that they need to take them to that next level, bro. That will, and it's taking you guys to the next level. But we'll get
into that.
But yeah, that was a good win for Spurs. I don't think it's changed much though. I think Spurs can do this to City. They can do this to City, and it's we'll see what the next games bring.
I feel like the performance, just before we wrap up, I feel like that performance is a bit questionable for City so early. I feel like for a few of the additions they had, Rain Cherky, Reinders, you can kind of see they need to adapt.
100%. Yeah, they need time.
So,
but
watching closely.
For sure. Moving on to our next game this weekend, which is the game that just finished now, to be honest. We just finished watching it. Manchester United versus Fulham. 1-1. Bruno Fernandes had an absolute fantastic chance to put United 1-0 up with a penalty, and I think the ball's still in orbit somewhere. It's not landed yet, to be honest. Absolutely skied that one. But yeah, man, it's a bit of a end-to-end game. United again looked really, really good at the beginning parts of it. Cunha with a few gilt-edged chances, man. He had a couple absolute sighters. That one from Ballinger over the top, 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. He hit the post early on in the game. He forced a couple saves out of the goalkeeper. Cunha looks really sharp. On another day, he comes away with a hat trick, honestly. But they didn't. Fulham defended well. It was a corner. Euro looked like he got the goal at first, but it turned out to be a Rodrigo Muniz own goal. And then Fulham, with their subs again, have managed to pull a result out of the game. Last week was the same, wasn't it? They subbed on, I can't remember who it was, but their sub got the goal. And this week again, their substitutes got the goal. Back-to-back weeks. What did you guys make of the game?
You watch it all?
Yeah, I just caught fragments of it, I'll be honest with you. So yeah. I didn't have too much to say other than what I really wanted to talk about when we got to this point was Ruben Amorim.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Am I crazy to say Benjamin Sesko can't be starting games off the bench? You know what I mean? Like, I think that and it's only because I like the way that he plays. Like, I look at his highlight reel and his metrics as well. Like, I just think this is someone who don't wait to bed him in. Like, you know, I think this guy is just on. To me, I think he's on the brink of exploding. And if he becomes the striker, I think he's going to become. This clip is going to be like just before Bitcoin went up. I'm telling you, Sesko to me is like a Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
Really?
Reach,
you rate him that highly?
I don't think like his athleticism. I've not seen anything like that of a striker of his build and his change of pace. Like to me, I'm thinking you start him, United win this game. That's how much I rate him. So you know, I think with Amorim, I didn't blame him not starting him against Arsenal because that's a high-profile game. Yeah. But I think going away to Fulham, I didn't think Man United had that much of a chance because I think Fulham have had a pretty decent home record last season. Wasn't exceptional, but you know, it's not easy. If you're a bigger team or a bigger club, it was not easy for any team to just go to Craven Cottage and just get a result. So I think guys like Sesko, he gives you the X factor in my opinion. So starting from the bench, from the get-go, Amorim is putting forward like a losing hand, in my opinion.
Oh, fair enough, man. And to be fair, for the fee that they paid for him, you'd expect that someone, especially when you don't have another striker on the pitch, and you're playing with Cunha down the middle, Mason Mount off the left, which I think Mason Mount's been doing really good actually of recently. He's been impressing me actually. He looks
really good.
Yeah, he found a bit of
is this the standards we're going by now?
I'm talking about his performances. His performance has been really good. He's been performing really well for United the last couple of games.
2 games in.
But we're talking about performances. We're talking about how he's performing. Listen, I don't like Mason Mount.
What is he doing?
I don't like Mason Mount. I hate Mason Mount and his father, by the way.
Hey.
Yeah, I hate you too. Tony Mount, I think his name is. The prick.
Agent.
He's his agent. It's his everything. I don't know what the hell it is, but he managed to take him to United, take him away from Chelsea, ruin his career. But I don't like Mason Mount. So for me to be saying this hurts. But he's been playing really well the last couple of games. I'm going to say it when I see it. United have been all right. And I think, again, today, Amorim did quite well in terms of the setup of the team. Obviously, without the striker. But if they had a striker in there, I think they could probably possibly win this game. Like, they had the chances. They're just not putting it away. Do you know what I mean? I feel like they're lacking that last action in the box. But 1-1, United couldn't do the business yet again. But we move on to a team who could do the business. Chelsea 5, West Ham 1. Chelsea very dominant in the game. Started off extremely shaky, very shaky. Cole Palmer gets injured in the warm-up, comes off the pitch, groin issues, and he's replaced with Esteban. Let me tell you something about this kid, man.
No.
Esteban.
Who?
The real
Esteban.
deal. The real deal.
Listen, he's unbelievable, but we'll get into him in a second. Paquetá picks up a loose ball from Malik Diouf, I think. Malik Diouf plays to him. He just runs. Nobody closes him down. No one closes him down at all. I think actually Esteban gave away the ball and Malik Diouf laid it off. But yeah, Paquetá unleashes a strike from like 30 yards. Pure power. Like, people say Sanchez should have maybe done a little bit better. But in my opinion, like the way he hits that and the way it swerves away, shift. And Chelsea were 1-0 down early on. And at that point, I was thinking, listen, away from home, anything can happen here, you know. And luckily, we managed to get the goal back quite quickly. João Pedro from a corner. Good set piece, worked. Cucurella flicks it on. João Pedro gets the goal. And from there, it was basically game over. We scored again straight after. And then we got the third not too long after that. And I think, was it for the third? That Estevao does some absolutely brilliant stuff. Plays gets the ball off the lap. We've done really well. Lays it off to him. And he just runs through like 2-3 players. Pings it across the box for a tap-in for Enzo. And I was like, yeah, this kid is really something to pick out that kind of pass after you've made that run to keep that composure on your weaker foot. Yeah, man. He really impressed me that game. I expected a win. I thought we would beat them quite comfortably. I predicted 3-0. But it was 5-1. João Pedro was instrumental. The way he played in that left 10 this time, he wasn't playing as the number 9, he was playing in the 10. We played with Delap and Pedro, which I think is a really good option to have when you're playing against teams that are probably going to sit a bit deeper. Happy with the game. Professional performance. And there we go. It's our first win. We can start to pick up momentum from here. What did you guys think? Any of you guys catching any of the things or what's going on? What did you guys think? I see the room's been a bit quiet now. I've been talking.
No, I watched the game. Obviously, hate watching. You know how I do.
Yeah.
My specialty.
Yeah. You hate watched a bit too quick this week, to be fair. You come in the chat like, I love this game. 1-0 down, you know, trying to buzz on, man.
Ready.
Yeah, I hear it.
I'll give it. I feel like regardless, going by your expectations last week for Chelsea, this is a game that they should be winning on paper. I don't see Graham Potter staying at West Ham for too long. The team is in a bit of a shambles.
Yeah.
So, obviously, you won. Kudos. 5 good goals. And I would say the way you reacted as well, going 1-0 down to such a banger. Sometimes with West Ham, you just never know. They
exactly.
Can be really stubborn,
really
resilient, and just say, no, thou shalt not pass. And they almost did.
Yeah.
Obviously, Fulkrug, the goal was offside. And what a celebration, too. I love seeing a Brazilian man, you know what I'm saying? But,
seems like you're more of a fan of celebrations than actual football at this point,
man. Entertainment, man. Bring it back, please.
Yeah. Listen, I was really happy that goal got ruled out because I was watching that celebration and my head was hot, like so hot. But yeah, man, good performance. There's nothing else really to say. I think we just got to look to next week. I hope Palmer's not out for too long. I don't think he will be. It looked like it was precautionary.
I will say though, Liam Delap.
If you watch the game, he had a fantastic performance. It was a performance that was brilliant. He just didn't score, and he come off at 60 minutes.
Performance watch Mason Mount and Liam Delap.
No, but in the team, listen, this is crazy.
So wait,
Do you know what it is though? It's because it was an everybody eats game. So anyone who's like in that other half of the field, I think it was like the only outfielder that didn't get a goal.
The strike in the forward. Listen, he did really well. I can't at the end of the game. I even thought, I was like, oh, damn, he didn't score. But I didn't think, he needs to get a goal when we were playing because we were just playing so well. And he was doing his job, which was occupying the defenders physically, bringing the ball down. When we needed the outlet to go long, he's the one that will hold it down. And he was instrumental in that third goal, flicking it off to Estevao. And some of the movement he makes and his passing is really good. The lap's going to come good. I'm not worried about him at all, man. All right. He's a top player.
One to watch. I'm watching closely.
Yeah, go on. Watch him closely, man. He'll bag a brace the next game. You can't You can't really watch our players too tight, man. But yeah, great performance from Chelsea. Brilliant win, and we move on to the next fixture, which is Everton 2, Brighton 0. Another game that happened today. Jack Grealish with 2 assists and a decent performance. I didn't watch the whole thing. Obviously, I was watching this alongside the Palace Forest game. But man, wow, Grealish looked really good. Everton looked good. They should have conceded though. I can't lie. They were holding on for dear life at the end of the game. Tarkowski does what he usually does best, and he's just there in it, like getting rid of everything, getting his head to everything. So yeah, Everton 2 against Brighton.
Honestly,
very good result.
Honestly, not even just the end of the game. It's annoying one because I think, should I be professional and praise Everton for getting the job done? But to me, the 2 goals they scored was just 2 pure moments of quality.
Yeah.
Outside of that, I'm looking at Brighton. I'm looking like Matoma crashed it on the crossbar early. I think this was at 0-0.
That would have been one of the goals of the season.
And it was one of those ones where because he missed it, I was just like, Matoma, you're in acres of space. Bring the ball down, take the shot. But I don't blame him because he's one of those players. He knows he's got that technical ability to take the shot. So I don't blame him. And it was a brilliant effort, but it's off the crossbar. And then you just look at the amount of chances Brighton were making. Like they kept forcing a save, and then obviously, they had the penalty. Pickford is saving that as well to his low left. And I'm just thinking, Brighton, like there's games where it's not your day. But I was like, Brian, you're the better team here. Like, what are you guys doing? How are you letting Everton just take it away from you? But, I'll give credit where it's due. Brilliant goal from James Garner as well. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Power driver.
He's a good player, man. He's a good player.
Brilliant.
And yeah, first game in the stadium, the Hill Dickinson, as we learned last time. Yeah. Which, to be fair, is I know we were saying that's one for your Shin Pad. What's in the Shin Pad? But I think the stadium's named after an accounting firm that sponsors Everton or something like that. That's in Liverpool. Some accounting firm called The Hill. I don't know. Weird, anyways. But yeah, good game. What's your thoughts, Temi? Everton looking confident.
Yeah, they are. I think this is one I correctly predicted last week. I think it kind of just made sense. It wrote itself, and then I want to highlight Jack Grealish as well. I heard the match reporter say first time in 3 years he's assisted twice in a game.
Yeah.
Surprised.
Do you know what I mean? I think it kind of goes to show once you're outside that Pep chamber, that school of Pep, what you have to do is pass, or take a man on, pass back, take a man on.
Exactly.
Pass back.
Yeah.
You're gonna see a bit more of an expressive.
With the Maverick Jack that we've seen at Aston Villa. Yeah, man. So, and that's good for him. I'm happy for him, 100%. But yeah, the next game. Brentford 1, Villa 0. A surprise, probably the biggest surprise of the weekend. A lot of people had Aston Villa going to town with Brentford, but they stood firm. Ouattara scored in his debut. Dango, we was talking about him last week about his price being a bit too high. Did you guys see the goal, by the way? Because he almost didn't score.
Yeah. I did say I put stocks in him last week.
Yeah, so, he ran into the goalkeeper and then it just bobbled back to him. But you know what? Listen. He took it. He took the second one well, and yeah, he's off for Brentford at the minute. I think he could be an important player. I think he can pick up the confidence. I was looking at their front three, to be fair. Shada, Igor, and Ouattara. Not too shabby, you know. Not too shabby. And Igor really gives me shades of Tony when he was here, because he's a bit more bit more physical, good with his feet, can find a pass as well. And he's a great penalty taker. So, listen, Brentford might be onto something. I'm not too sure. It was 1-0. Villa looked sluggish, and Brentford did defend deep for large parts of the game, but they got the win. What do you guys think?
I think people are forgetting about Sade. You know, Sade. He was actually one of the trio of Brentford players to get double digits in the Premier last season.
Yeah, he was.
I think rightfully so. Johan Wissa and Mbeumo being on 19 and 20 goals respectively. Obviously, it's going to take a lot more of the shine. But you know, Sade, you know, I remember he had a really impressive hat trick at some point last season as well.
Yeah, he did.
I think on SofaScore, I think he was one of the very few players that got a perfect 10 performance last season.
Wow.
So you just put that into perspective. I think he's an underrated player. If Johan Wissa is allowed to go, I expect him to take more of the reins in this Brentford attack.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like every season now we've seen someone emerge in that Brentford team. You had the Ivan Toney. You know, I think even West has just been really consistent for a few seasons. And then last season, Mbeumo really exploded. I think Sade could be that next guy to take the step up at Brentford.
Yeah. No, man, for sure. And one thing I will say as well, man, Damsgaard. Wow, what a player. Honestly, they missed him last week as well. I think him coming back is a big thing, because in that midfield, that attacking midfield position, as like that left 8, bro, the guy's got bags of technical ability, and the way he can just find a moment. There was a bit of skill that he did in the second half, where he just shifted between two players, got a shot off just wide of the post, and I was like, this guy has got bags of talent. He's one of those players there in the Prem where you don't really hear a lot about, and they're just ticking on. A bit like, I don't know if you remember Pascal Gross when he was at Brighton a couple of seasons ago. He had a massive impact at Brighton, but you wouldn't hear him a lot in the, do you know what I mean? Like a lot of people speaking about him.
The first 2 game weeks of a season, you'd hear about him.
And then but then he would still be ticking along in the background. That's the thing. Yeah. But Damsgaard, I think, reminds me a bit of him, but with a lot more technical ability. And yeah, man, I feel like if Brentford can maybe add a couple more signings in those forward areas, I don't know what kind of signings they do have at the minute, to be honest, but they could possibly like try and stay up this year. But
Aston Villa though, I don't know.
Villa don't look good at all.
They don't.
I don't know what Emery's trying to do with these wingers. The midfielders are wingers. Rodgers on the left and McGinn on the right. It just doesn't make sense to me. Like
shades of I think it was that season before he got sacked at Arsenal, when he had I think it was Lucas Torreira. He tried to play him in that number 10 position.
Yeah, just doing too much.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I feel like just get Marlon wide on one side. You get probably a left winger. I don't know.
They haven't been able to sign as well.
They haven't, have they? No. So it's not looking good for Aston Villa at the minute. Ollie Watkins, obviously, it's not managed to get a goal as well. A lot of upset FPL managers. We'll get into that in a bit. But moving on to the next game. Bournemouth versus Wolves. Bournemouth 1, Wolves 0. Probably the most predictable game of the weekend, I'd say. In terms of, I don't know, my opinion, I thought this would easily be a Wolves win. I don't think, Bournemouth win. I think we all agreed that Bournemouth were going to win the game and that Wolves would fail to find the net. It's not looking good for Wolves. Tavernier gets the goal. Semenyo with the assist. Wolves get a red card, obviously, later on in the game, which does impact their ability to try and come back into it. Not looking good for Wolves. What do you guys think?
Silly red card, I thought. I mean, to an extent, you replay it, you think, what's the alternative? Just let him go through on goal? But honestly, could have had better defending.
Yeah, man.
You know, obviously it's easy to say in hindsight, but yeah, it could have been better defending there. And once Wolves get that red card, I was like, well, you know what? If Wolves can hang on and not lose, it's a better result for them than for Bournemouth. But yeah, it was a deserved red. It was just one of those ones where referee had an easy job. No controversy there. Had to send them off.
Simple one. I don't think we need to spend too much time on that game, boys. It was a pretty simple one. Tell me, what did you think?
Yeah, no, I think 1-0, get in, you get out.
Yeah.
I would highlight. I'll be watching Bournemouth closely. I think they've signed. Is it Yassine Adli from Bailey? By Leverkusen. So that is another one to watch. Kind of see how he adapts well with Semenyo. Might be a nice little 1-2 punch there. But 1-0 to Bournemouth.
Iraola, man. Iraola. He's been a manager that I think is outside of the top 6 teams. The manager who's that that kind of looks like he's ready for that move. It was Frank last season. I think Iraola's the next one. He's got, man, the way he sets up his team is unbelievable, and they play such good football. So Bournemouth are going to do well this season, even though they've been absolutely ripped apart in terms of their personnel being taken at the back. But I think they'll do well this season.
Shout out to Bournemouth, though, the money they've made on just their back line.
Yeah, it's insane.
Like nearly 150 mil on 3 players.
Yeah, they made more than the OnlyFans model off their backline. Like that one.
You see, this would be like...
Yeah, Mazzolini.
Just try to bait, like...
I can't lie, my eyes lit up when he said backline there. But yeah, moving on to the next game. Moving on to the next game. Burnley versus Sunderland. A bit of a surprise here, to be fair. Burnley...
Was it really?
Burnley showing a lot of grit.
I'd say so.
Yeah, people after that comprehensive victory Sunderland had in their first game, for them to come and lose 2-0 to Burnley 2 Sunderland 0, for them to lose 2-0 to Burnley, and it was quite a comprehensive victory. I don't think, obviously Burnley defended really well, but Sunderland, they looked a shadow of what they were performing at last week, in my opinion, which is a bit disappointing. But Burnley, very, very strong defensively, showed why they had the most clean sheets in the Championship last season. Very, very, very solid defensively. I feel like Scott Parker, isn't it?
Yep.
He looked at their first game and was like, you know what? Maybe we need to chill a little bit and we need to drop the line maybe 5 or 10 yards. But once they've done that, man, they look solid. Sunderland struggled to create much in this game. What do you guys think of it?
I thought it was a gigantic one for Burnley because, to me, these games where it's 2 promoted teams playing against each other, even if it's the second game week of the season, for me, it's an automatic 6-pointer because there's so few teams you can go into any game against and expect to win when you're a promoted side, especially with the current era of the Premier League. The gap between the Championship teams coming up and the more established Premier League teams is just such a huge gap, and it's getting bigger most of the time, year by year. So these kind of games, Sunderland needed to put in a much better performance. And I felt like with Burnley, it's funny because whenever I think of Burnley in the post-Sean Dyche era, I just think of any team can turn up there to Turf Moor and just get a result. But Burnley, to be fair, good goals. Cullen.
Josh Cullen, he looks solid, man.
That's
second week in a row. They didn't score last week, but
but he got a goal and assist in this game. I think Foster and him basically interchanged assisting each other, and basically excellent assist for the second goal. I think his assist was better than his finish for the first goal.
Unbelievable pass.
He put in a good performance.
Very, very solid from Burnley, to be fair, in general. Anybody got anything else to add before we move to the last game?
No, solid 2-0 one makes things interesting.
Yeah.
There it goes.
Yeah, definitely one to watch for the relegation battle. Now, the last game of our weekend review before we move into FPL Corner, and this is my point where I would just like to remind you guys to follow, to like, to subscribe, drop a comment. We'll try to reply to every comment, and we will like every comment from this point onwards. And yeah, follow all of our socials. It's all in the description now. And just keep showing love, guys. As I said, we really appreciated it from the first episode. It was brilliant. Now it's time to keep pushing. But yeah, the last game of the week, Crystal Palace versus Nottingham Forest. 1-1. Probably one of the more entertaining draws that I've watched this week. There's a lot of spite into this one heading into it. Obviously, given that Nottingham Forest and Crystal Palace had their legal battle off the pitch, I think we can say, which is a bit mental to say in this day and age that clubs are fighting in the courtroom. But yeah, Palace were very solid. Forest probably looked the better of the two in terms of creating chances and maybe controlling a bit more the game and making more passes, things like that. Elliot Anderson again, central to everything that Forest were doing today. He looked so good, man. Bundles of energy, gets up and down the pitch, creates a load of chances. And yeah, scrappy draw. Hudson-Odoi with a decent finish to equalise. And before that, was it Sarr opened the scoring from the Munoz cross. Yeah, man, two very similar teams. I think I said last week this is probably the most likely to be a 0-0. It was a 1-1. They're two very, very similar teams. Palace probably a lot more solid defensively. And yeah, it was, I think Mateta had a couple chances to probably take it, but they lacked that killer instinct. Good draw for both teams, I'd say. What do you guys think?
Yeah, this is one I actually tuned into before the United Fulham game. I would say I was a bit concerned, obviously, with Eze leaving Palace. They kind of needed new talisman, so I was thinking who's going to step up to the plate. But I feel like they're just a unit. The way they pull together as a squad from goalkeeper all the way to Matera up top. They really move as a pack of wolves. So
you can see the togetherness for sure, 100%. Yeah.
I feel like my only concern is going forward. I feel like they do need to spend that money now.
Yeah.
Find that talisman, and I feel like obviously I think it's been confirmed that they're going to be in the Conference League now.
Yeah.
So there is another opportunity. So if they can just beefing out the squad a little bit, then I see Palace going places. You've got Adam Walton there, Ismail Assar, he can pick things up.
Yeah.
And of course, you've got Mateta up front. Mark Gehi, obviously question marks on whether he will stay or leave, but I think overall they've just got a good vibe, a good resilience about them, and obviously you've got Oliver Glasner,
top coach,
manager, top level manager. So overall, I think they put in quite a good shift. Forest as well, good signings. Interesting to see what happens with Nuno as well. Will he stay or will he go?
That's crazy, by the way. Let's touch into that, bro. The fact that in the press conference he was talking about his relationship with the owner and how it's not great at the minute, and we know what their owner is like, some mafia. Yeah, this guy's the Greek mafioso. If you go, I swear to God, you better not visit Greece, Mykonos, even Cyprus at this point. I wouldn't go within 100-mile. Yeah, I wouldn't go within 100-mile radius of that place, mate, because he could off you anymore. But yeah, no, man. Will he stay? Will he go? That's all up in the air. But what isn't up in the air, what is in our phones, and what is causing a lot of stress for a lot of people worldwide is FPL. And we're about to get into our FPL corner now. So listen, guys, last week we said our league is open. And again, we'll be putting it in the description, the league code, to make sure you guys join the league. And yeah, we'll be opening it up right now, guys. FPL this week, and we'll start off, I think, with the highest tally of this week.
Oh, wow.
Temi Lolua, man. Hey, you smashed it, bro. I can't lie. You smashed it. Well done. Decent job.
Like round of applause.
Cricket sound, let's go.
Yeah, blood.
Hey, Gameweek's not done, that's why. I can't applaud you just yet.
No, nice, very nice. But take us through your team. His team's gonna be up on the screen, obviously. Take us through your team.
So right now, currently speaking, 8:15 Sunday evening on 67 points. I do expect a few more bonus points to kick in, but I feel like the strategy was kind of what I alluded to last week. The Arsenal game was a big banker. Captain Glock 9 got me a nice 24 points, and I do also want to shout out to João Pedro. I know I was screaming. I fell for the hype. But hey, the hype did me right.
Yeah,
you get me.
Yeah.
Nice. A goal, 2 assists. So he backed me 15 points. And then, of course, Saka, Mr. Reliable. You can't not have him in your FPL. I feel like for a team like Arsenal, we're going to finish either top 2 or number 1. So he's going to be up there for goals and assists. And then Gabriel, Pedro Porro.
I don't know if we know you're going to finish top 2 or number 1.
I'm pretty certain, do you know what I'm saying? And then Mo Salah still left to cook for me as well this evening. Or tomorrow evening, I should say, sorry. Obviously, I'm hoping that Newcastle do win, but if Salah gets a little assist or a little goal while they do lose, hey, man. Hey.
Even hear something.
It was a good week, but now overall, solid week. I think it was literally that Arsenal game that really, I really kind of emphasized on. So,
who would you say was your best pick this week? Who's the one that really come through for you?
Do you know what? João Pedro,
Yeah.
Obviously, like, I could easily say Glock 9, but I feel like João Pedro, that assistant...
2 assists and a
goal.
goal.
2 assists and a goal, really came up clutch, 15 points. And then considering that Palmer didn't play, he was injured. I saw loads of people captained Haaland, Chris Wood.
Yeah.
Loads of stinkers this week. Average point is about 38, so I would give it up to João Pedro, and then obviously my boy Glock 9 close behind. Get me. Not
bad,
week, man.
Not bad. A lot of people are having a lot worse weeks, so I'd say our league is doing pretty decent in general. Will, how do you feel about your week, man?
I'm really happy this week actually because I'm comparing it to last week. I've already got 3 more points than last week, and I still have
30.
I said 3.
Oh, free.
No,
Yeah. And you still got 3 players left.
Yeah, and I've got 3 Liverpool players, and they're big hitters. Mo Salah, my captain. This was a really tough one for me because I feel like I considered Yao Pedro captaincy because of the team was going up against. At one point, it was actually between him and
Gyökeres.
because I did think to myself,
That's it.
That's the
No.
one. Gyökeres.
keeping it
He
professional.
He knows.
You know, it's funny actually. I hear from my Balkan friends that a lot of people mispronounce his name. Like I just can't quite. I keep saying Gyökeres.
It's Gyökeres, something like that.
You
Gyökeres.
know what I mean?
I don't know, bruv.
Yeah. I'm a peasant.
It's not up to
I'm-
us. Yeah, it's not up to us to decide. But yeah,
Exactly.
go on.
But yeah, I've actually had some really good picks, and I really do have to say, considering I didn't even want to change my team, and I might as well just go to the big talking point. Last week, I did say I was gonna double down on the Spurs defenders against City. I said Spurs play well against City. This isn't like when Spurs play other top 6 teams and you can't really back the defenders.
Yeah.
Porro got me 5 points, but I benched Van der Ven, and it's so annoying because my last bench option was Moreno, and he just got a move to Girona literally during the week. So had he not moved, I promise I was going to keep my team exactly how it was.
Yeah.
But I was going to bring in Ronaldo because he got like clean sheet last week. But I just thought, bring in Ronaldo maybe, but I'll keep it the same. But I folded. I did make a good call to bench Cherky for this one.
Yeah.
Luckily, I did start him last week and he scored, but this week didn't have the same impact. So luckily for me on my bench. But someone who had an amazing game, easily the pick of the bunch, Pickford.
Yeah. Mate, I was fuming on that one because I actually had him on my team before the season started, him and Tarkowski. But I was like, you know what? Yeah, Everton, I'm not too sure. And I'm looking at that and I'm just like, you know what? So bad. He got a penalty, said, didn't he?
But
Say the penalty.
Yeah. 3 bonus points too.
How do you feel about that? Because I'm not against it, but he's literally got the printouts of penalties missed, like the little chart on his bottle.
Yeah.
Like, isn't that?
That's not an issue. What's the issue with that?
I don't think it's as common, you know.
What's the issue with that, though?
I always see it specifically highlighted with Pickford, and I'm not saying there's an issue, but I don't know. Isn't there a bit of too much gamesmanship, or could you technically call it cheating? I don't
think so. No. I think he would have done that regardless. He would have done that research beforehand or whatever.
But it's different to remembering it. So you know a penalty's coming.
But
have the chart right there.
Listen. It doesn't. What does that matter though? Either he memorizes it or is on the bottle. It will be the same outcome regardless. You get it? I don't know. I don't think it's that deep, man. I think everyone should use every ounce they can to try and find within the rules of the game and the laws. Try and find whatever they can to make sure that it works.
Conversations last season when a certain team of red and white used to do it, but Fez. Sorry, Rob.
That's okay.
Victim mentality again, as always. Always. Go on. Yeah.
I did want to say a very, very quick story. This was like an anecdote I heard from the England women's goalkeeper. I think she went on a TalkSport interview.
Hannah Hampton.
Yes. Chelsea.
Yeah, Chelsea goalkeeper. Yeah.
During that final against Spain, during the penalty shootout, I think just before it went off, she saw the Spain goalkeeper's water bottle with all the pens and stuff.
She picked it up and
then she flung it into the crowd.
Gassed it into the crowd, bro. That's gangster. Hey,
just before the shootout started.
Listen, that's gangster, bro. If you've got the opportunity to do that and to put the other team into a bit of a disadvantage, you do that, bro.
Literally.
Yeah. That gets her round of applause for sure.
You know what she said as well? She said she was watching the Spain goalkeeper look for it and she was creasing. I was like, dang. Like, she was watching it. I was like, she was like walked past her and stuff, like just trying to hold in her laughter.
Gangster.
Like, wow.
Gangster.
Wow.
So I'm saying, makes sense. She's the Chelsea goalkeeper, for real.
Well, you know what? It's funny though, because it did make me think, just even though it's a bit off track, it did make me think, if this was the men's game and we heard somebody come out after a final saying, I did that, the head loss on Twitter.
Yeah, it would be mad.
Social media.
Yeah. The discourse.
I didn't hear any discourse from Spain fans saying, oh, this and that gamesmanship. So that's why I brought up about the gamesmanship stuff. But, you know, I was like, wow. Yeah, very funny story.
Nah, brilliant, man.
Hannah
Hampton.
Hannah Hampton.
Yeah.
Hannah Hampton.
She's a great goalkeeper as well. But yeah,
top.
Temi, Sorry, Will, you done going for your team? Who was your pick of the week? You say
So
Pickford,
definitely
didn't it?
James Pickford,
Yeah. Pickford, man. I can't lie. Top goalkeeper. Something about him is just annoying, isn't it? But
I know.
he done well. I'll go through my team. It'll be up on the screen right now. 47 points, not the best, but also not the worst. There's been a lot worse scores I've seen this week. It's been really bad for a lot of people, especially some of you FPL experts out there. Hey,
Yeah.
Talk.
you guys are
know,
always coming out here doing the most, but then scrambling right now. I'm seeing
Guys are using AI to pick teams.
Yeah,
and like,
bro, all this
sorts.
stuff.
Go with your feeling.
exactly.
Hey, man, the
Go with
game
your
is
balls.
gone for real.
And to be fair, my balls gave me a feeling this week that I should put in Dubravka, and I put Dubravka in.
Imagine
And
I spit take, I just started drinking my
it's the truth, though. It's the truth. It's when you feel that tingling, you have to go with it. But Dubravka, good clean sheet against Sunderland at home. I got lucky for that. I had Alisson, which is obviously not yet to play.
Yeah.
He might get a clean sheet tomorrow and do better. But I thought, you know what, go with Dubravka just in case. It's the one game I can probably gamble on him.
Exactly,
yeah. So.
true.
Slapped him in there. Poro did well for me. 5. I had a feeling again, same thing with what you were saying last week that Spurs could have something to have for this game. But my 2 City guys blanked, which is unfortunate. I had Haaland captain,
Yikes.
which I switched to him. I had it on Pedro the whole week, and I switched to him last minute, which I never do, to be honest. But it is what it is. You can't get too bogged down in these things. I had Saka for his 6-pointer, but he's gone out of my team now. And Lenny Yoro, who scored a goal today and had it wrongfully ruled out as an own goal. FPL, fix it. I want my 8 points for his goal, instead of 3 for a flipping assist.
Leave it as be, please.
And I want him back in the bonus so I can get another 10 points, please. Apart from that, I've still got Verts to play. Obviously, very happy with João Pedro. I will say, so annoying. Maresca decided to rest Reece James for the West Ham game, and he came on in the 60th minute, which meant that obviously he ended up with 1 point. But he played this one. I don't know if you guys seen it. He played this one pass through to Esteval.
I saw.
Unbelievable pass, and he should have got an assist. But Esteval, still young, still raw, didn't take it first time. Tried to take it around the goalkeeper and do too much, but hit the defender. But what a pass, man!
I think the one touch was enough. I don't think he should have taken it first time. But again,
early is what I mean. Yeah. He should have taken it early and got on it. But Reece, I feel like he will get a massive haul for me one time this season. But I have to gamble, and I think it's worth him getting dropped or benched some games to try and keep him fit and have him for those other games where he can do really well. Wow. I'm gonna stick with him for now, but if it continues, I'll probably move from him to Cucurella because I know that Cucurella is probably a lot more nailed and will start every single game. Right. But we're a much better team with Reece James in it. You saw that when he came on the pitch straight away, the way he impacted the match. So yeah, Verts still to play, 47 points. Not the end of the world. Hopefully we do better next week. I'm going to make a couple changes this week for sure. I've got a couple big changes in mind. And I feel like it will probably help me out for the next couple of game weeks for sure. Chris Wood is on my hit list. Elliot Anderson, I definitely want a piece of. So yeah, we'll see. Next week, hopefully, we do a bit better with those guys coming in. What are you laughing at?
No, you said Chris Wood is on your hit list, isn't it?
He's on my hit list. What? I want to get him in. Is that a why? Is there something weird about it? This guy's crazy, bro. You're digging. You're digging.
I want to get him in.
You're digging. Chill.
He literally said, I want to get him in.
I said he's on the hit list. He's on the list.
Chris Wood is on the hit list.
Fuck this guy.
Here's something different.
Hey, this guy's crazy, man. We can't say nothing. We can't do nothing with Wood no more, bro. But yeah, that's the end of FPL Corner for this week. Guys, make sure you join our mini league. And again, I'm going to take this opportunity. Why not? Subscribe. Make sure you like if you're still with us. Drop a comment. Let us know what you're thinking about everything, man. 100%. But yeah, now we're going to look forward to the next game week coming up. And before we get into it properly, I just want to ask you guys, what games are you guys looking at in terms of you having it pinned for one? Obviously, there's a massive game. We're going to start with that one. But what other games are you guys looking at that you have like earmarked as something that could be a very entertaining game?
Ooh, I'll kick off. I'll probably say 2.
There's two, isn't there? Yeah, there's
I'll
two.
probably
There's two
say
big
that.
ones off the bat.
Yeah, I'll say that London derby. To be fair, sometimes they hit or miss, but at home, obviously Chelsea at home, you got Fulham.
Yeah.
Decent result today, and performance-wise, a decent team.
Yeah.
Potentially that City Brighton game as well. Brighton haven't been off to the best start.
No. That
City
could
as
be,
well,
to be fair,
but-
no, City against a team like Brighton, I feel like,
Away from
rather
home.
than, away from home with a team, it's very unpredictable, but I can see City putting 3-4 past them as well. That's the thing, because, I don't know, Brighton seem like that kind of team. When they come out and they try and attack as well, they leave a lot of spaces, but Spurs were a lot more solidified, try to hit them on a counter, so it's different styles of play. We'll see how it goes, but I can see City beating them. Where do we want to start then for our previews? We'll do a quick fire predictions before we actually preview the big one.
Right.
Do we want to start with the first game, Chelsea Fulham?
Yeah.
Start with the first game, Chelsea Fulham. I think this one's going to be pretty easy. We never lose to Fulham apart from once last season for the first time in like 40 years.
Threw that game away.
At Stamford Bridge. We threw it away. Yeah, it was there in our hands. We threw it away. Early kickoff at the Bridge.
Cole Palmer back fit.
Cole Palmer will be back fit.
He'll be back.
I think so. I think he will.
Okay.
And I think he gets a couple in this game, actually. Which I said last week, obviously, but he didn't play.
Before as well.
But yeah, I think he does get a couple this game. So I'll say 2-0. 2-0 Chelsea.
Chelsea.
Yeah.
I'm going to go 2-1 Chelsea. I reckon João Pedro's involved somehow, and then the rest will kind of work itself out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I see Fulham putting up a bit of a fight. I'm hoping they do. But
They're our little brothers, man. They're not really anything to us, to be honest, man.
They came to the Bridge last time, and
it was a one-time thing. I feel like it's not gonna happen much, to be honest. I feel like, but Will, what do you think?
I feel like Chelsea are kind of benefiting from the lack of travelling. I think since the season started, this will be their third London derby in a row.
Yeah, and then we've got Brentford after as well, I think.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I do think that lack of having to travel the distance before games, after the games, it makes such a massive difference at the top level.
Yeah, early on, especially because we had the Club World Cup as well, and we just come back in and we need that a bit more time on the training pitch. I feel like that gives us a bit more time on the training pitch, not having to travel as much, which is good, which I definitely agree with for sure.
Exactly. So I think this is one of those kind of games where obviously you're playing at home, but even it just being a lunchtime kickoff and stuff like that, I don't see that being of any massive effect to Chelsea. So I think you guys are going to have a very good game. It could literally be a versus West Ham performance or versus Crystal Palace performance, but I think it would be more of the former. So
I feel like Crystal Palace are a bit more just wanting to sit and frustrate, and Fulham will want to come out a bit more, as I saw against United today. I feel like they will want to come out a bit more, which we'll probably enjoy a bit more. But I don't think it will be a tough game for Chelsea.
I can see 3-0.
Yeah, nice one. Next, we've got Manchester United against Burnley. Not going to spend a lot of time on this one. I think Burnley look good, but they did lose to what's it called?
Sunderland. No.
Who did they lose the first game? Is it Spurs? Yeah, Spurs are good, to be fair. They do look good now. But United, I did say they'd have a bit too much for Fulham. They should have won again today, and I feel like they will definitely beat Burnley. 4-0 to United, I think. Cunha will get a couple, and Mbeumo will get a goal. Probably Bruno Fernandes will have something to say as well. What about you guys? What do you think?
I agree, I feel like today, Cunha especially, he was just on fire.
He looked sharp, man.
10-15 minutes could have had a hat-trick, like you mentioned earlier. So going on that, United still looking for a win this season. Old Trafford, 3:00. Sun will be shining, although at one point it is.
Why do you always bring up the sunshine, the pitch being shiny?
It's the aesthetics, it's the entertainment. So that could be another FPL show, actually, to get a few of those United players involved. But
I was thinking that, actually, to bring a couple of those guys in. Cunha especially, I've got my eye on. But what do you think, Will?
Well, that's the thing. I've started the season with Cunha, so I'm hoping he's finally gonna. He's been showing glimpses these past couple game weeks, and I also think he's someone who he's gonna be a key. I think he has a chance to be United's player this season. There's something about Cunha from this past season where I felt like I've underrated him for so long, watching him when he first joined Wolves, I felt like he was really underwhelming, in my opinion. But he really blossomed in this last year, and I feel like being at Man United, World Cup year, this is probably the biggest year of his career. You know, to try and make that World Cup squad. So,
The Brazilians love it as well, don't they? When the World Cup, whenever they hear World Cup, you see right now with Richarlison, bro, it's turning into R9.
You know what I mean?
Richarlison R9, that's what they're calling him for real. But
I'm like you guys. I think Cunha is going to inspire United, and I do think. Please, I just want to see. Even though I'm a Liverpool fan, but I want to see these guys who are really good play. I want to see Sesco play. If he does, Old Trafford, I could see not 4-0. I think 2-0. They'll win comfortably, but just 2-0.
fair enough, man. Yeah, I just think Burnley, man, against such a clean attack with United, they've got so much attacking talent. It's going to be tough. But yeah, moving into the next game, Sunderland against Brentford, another one that could be touted as a possible early relegation battle, relegation scrap.
Yeah.
Brentford, I feel like with the way that they played in this last game, Sunderland losing Ballard early in their game as well. I think it's going to be really tough for Sunderland to get something here. But again, at home, Stadium of Light, anything's possible. Brentford are around there. It could be a tough one. I can see this one being a draw. I think I'm going to go for a score draw here. 2-2. Desmond.
I like your way of thinking.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna go the same. Maybe for a 1-0 draw. I think Sunderland being at home, having the crowd on their back for sure will probably nick them a goal. And then Django Tora.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's my guy for Brentford. I can't lie.
Yeah, Dango, by the way, not Django.
Django sounds way more cooler.
Yeah, it is.
So
It does. It does.
Django
To be fair, it does.
yeah.
To be fair.
Django Tora, yes.
What about the name his mother gave him? Though? What about the name his mother gave him?
You can forget all of that, man. Mama hype, man. Anyway.
This missed. Okay, come on.
Yeah.
But yeah, I reckon maybe he has some sort of involvement. Obviously, we mentioned Kevin Shard as well. They'll have a lot of quality going forward. So I reckon, 1-0 draw as well.
I think for that exact same reason Temi just said, Brentford are going to win the game.
Yeah.
2-1.
Yeah. They've got that. They've got that Premier League proven goal scoring that they can rely on for sure.
Like
I can see it. I can see it that way. I'd say it's a draw. / I'd slightly edge it to Brentford. I know what you're saying.
I'm not fooled by that performance against West. To me, I'm gonna set some of you hammers, but West Ham are fodder this season. So I think even the promoted team can hand West Ham a beating. You know what I mean?
Fodder.
Chelsea and
Fodder,
stuff.
You think could happen against those guys?
Yeah. The next game that we're gonna be the next game that we're gonna be previewing here is Tottenham Hotspur against Bournemouth. Two good coaches, Thomas Frank, Areola.
100%.
This is gonna be a good
number
one. This is gonna be the 3 o'clock to watch, in my opinion. To watch, I mean to listen on the radio.
Yes.
To not watch. To look at FOTMob and keep the updates on. This is gonna be a tough one. Spurs look really good. I feel like they're bound to have a game where they kind of stumble a little bit. So for that reason, I'm gonna say this one is gonna be, you know what, 1-0 Bournemouth.
Ooh,
1-0 Bournemouth.
I like that.
I think Semenyo grabs it and then that's it.
I think the last time they played, I think Bournemouth won, didn't they? Or maybe it was the season before when Solanke bagged a few.
Yeah.
I think it was in Andrew's first season. So I know they've got a decent record there. I think, tactically, both managers are quite good. So it'll be interesting to see how they set up. If Bournemouth can get Yassine Adli in, we get to see if he starts. But yeah, I reckon it'll be a good tactical battle. I'm going to go for Desmond, 2-2 draw. Semenyo's involved. And who plays for Spurs? Yeah, kudos, one of them guys.
Yeah. Crazy. Go on, Will.
Spurs fans aren't going to be happy with that, but they might be happy with my prediction. I think they're going to have too much for Bournemouth.
Yeah.
I don't even think Bournemouth will score in this game. So
Fair enough.
I could see another...
Listen, I get that side as well. I get that side as well. I've just got that Spurs hater hat on. You know what I'm saying?
No, but you know how Spurs are, very inconsistent.
They are, exactly. Yeah, this is what I'm thinking.
And 1 week and then next week. Do you know what I mean?
That's what they've shown me that too many times. I'm just like, I don't know if they can put together a run of wins, but
I'll be honest, there's something about Spurs' first month of this season, though.
True.
Honestly.
True. I remember the Ange title run.
Look at Nuno
Early in the
got
season.
manager of the month. 2 months later, he's out the job.
Yeah,
You
true.
know what I mean? So it can happen.
Very
It can
true.
happen.
All right, man. Moving into our next game, Wolves against Everton. This is probably another. I always say it when Everton are involved. I always say I call their games the mid pack. Everton
Are you
against
wrong?
bro. I can't lie, man. It's like watching paint dry whenever Everton play, bro. I can't lie, man.
Jack Grealish, he'll win and die.
But yeah, to be fair, I don't know.
Yeah.
Now, to be fair, they've got a little bit of something, to be honest. But it's just David Moyes, isn't it? That guy, I rate him heavily, but he is a results manager, isn't he? He'll do whatever it takes to get the result, and we've seen it. But
They've just brought in Tyler Dibbling actually. From
yeah,
South-
they
I
did
think we
actually
just got the here we go. So
for a decent fee as well.
yeah.
It wasn't too bad, obviously, but he's a good winger in my opinion. I feel like
He's
great.
not scored a lot of goals in his career though. Obviously,
No,
a very young
but
player,
I feel like young wingers, they don't have to have scored a lot. That can come a bit later, I feel like, with wingers. They don't have to have scored a lot in their career, but when they come to a bigger team where they can get a lot more chances, then they can start having that output. But he's a good player. I like him. Wolves Everton. I'm going to go 1-0 Everton, man. I just think they just professional, standard David Moyes performance, in my opinion. What about you, Will?
I like their manager. I think their manager really turned their season around, and I know they've had a rough start. I think playing against Man City, you almost can't really consider that they didn't really have much of a chance against City.
Yeah, it's
but
tough.
then this game just gone by. I think red card. Like I feel like they've had a couple of things go against them, but I think this time they're gonna have something a bit too much for Everton. So I expect 1-0 Wolves.
Fair enough, man.
I'm gonna go 3-1 Everton. I see what with Tyler Diblin joining the team. I feel like that Grealish and Ilman and Dye, that link up,
Yeah,
that 1-2
man.
punch. It's gonna be like that. The mid pack, gonna be on Bergkamp.
Crazy. Bergkamp. Yo.
They're gonna be the
What is
mid-pack
this?
hero of the season, isn't it? So I reckon, I see Everton doing something. I can't lie. I reckon
Yeah.
a 3-1.
Fair enough, man. Fair enough. That's again, not a game that you want to be wasting too much time on. But one that is actually a tasty fixture and quite a historical fixture. Leeds against Newcastle.
Yes.
Two giants of the north. Man, that's gonna be a freshen, man. Newcastle, man. I feel like even without a striker, they've just got this ability in their team to create chances. And I know they don't have anybody to finish it right now, but against Leeds, they're going to be creating so many where it's going to be impossible for them not to score, in my opinion. I can see 2-3-1 to Newcastle. I'll go with 3-1 Newcastle.
You know, this is such a tough one because
It is at Ellen Road, to be fair, though.
Yeah.
It is at Ellen Road, so anything's possible. But, I just feel like Newcastle are just so solid in the way they set up, man. But yeah.
I feel like actually I'm going for a different reason as to why I think this game is in the balance. Because to me, there's two important things. I think Newcastle, we've all of us that are like neutrals, we've all got eyes on Newcastle trying to see what is going to happen with their striker department. They need a striker, regardless of what happens with Isak, honestly.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm thinking if you can, because I'm saying this because we're heading into the last week of the window.
Yeah.
So by the time next weekend this comes in, could Newcastle have a forward? He's probably not going to play if they get one, but if they do have one...
They have one,
if
and they don't play him. William Masula is on the bench. He started on the bench against the last game against, Aston Villa.
Yeah.
I feel like he's good enough to play for them. I don't know what's
He's
going on
barely
behind the
played-
scenes.
He's barely played for him. So I think how maybe doesn't trust him that much.
But whenever he comes on, he looks good. He looks so good. He's physical. He can hold the ball up. He turns on it well. He has a good strike on him. I just don't know why you don't play somebody who is in that position that you have rather than forcing Anthony Gordon there. Obviously, we haven't seen their second game. We've only seen the first game against Aston Villa. That's all we can go off of. They're playing tomorrow night against Liverpool, which we're not going to be able to cover. We're filming this on a Sunday, unfortunately.
at the time of recording.
Yeah, exactly. So, I just feel like they need to just have that focal point there, man. And if they, just play him, honestly. That's what I feel like. But against Leeds, even without a striker, I feel like, man, they'll just be able to do it. But yeah,
I think without a striker, I don't expect them to score much. I expect them to win. Probably won't concede. So 1-0 or 2-0. I'll go with 2-0.
yeah, okay, fair
I'll
enough.
go 2-0.
What do you think, Temi?
It's going to be a feisty one. This is Battle of the Northerners. Ellen Road, Leeds. Do you know what? I was saying watching Leeds on a weekend, I don't know if they've got enough quality to really challenge. My only sticking point is like you said, Will, Newcastle don't have a number 9 up front, but I reckon they should have enough quality. So I'll keep it brief. I reckon 2-0 Newcastle, 2-1 Newcastle. If not, 1-0 draw.
Nice. And then Sunday fixtures, we've got Brighton and Hove Albion at home to Manchester City. I think we spoke about this a little bit earlier, but in my opinion, I think City can pull apart teams that kind of come out a bit more. Brighton look good, they look solid, but today against Everton, they struggled to create. To be fair, they should have scored, but they struggled to put the ball in the back of the net. They don't have a striker who's under the age of 37. How old is Welbeck now, man? Like, gee, they're slanging him out still. Still dragging him, bro.
Actually, we didn't even mention Welbeck missed a sitter.
Yeah, he missed a penalty.
Take the bit behind him, but he missed a sitter.
And he missed a penalty.
He missed a pen.
Yeah, and I thought O'Reilly was the pen taker because he dispatched last week. It'll be interesting to see actually what happens with that. But I think City 4-2. I don't think City are great defensively, but I think they'll outscore Brighton. I think they'll outscore Brighton.
That's funny. I don't even think Brighton are going to score. I think City are just going to. I think City are going to run it back to what they did against Wolves. I'm expecting 4-0. I expect Haaland to eat.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's going to be a banquet for the.
Tell me, what do you think? We're going to go through these ones quickly.
I'll go 2-0 City.
Yeah, nice. And then the next 2 o'clock fixture on the Sunday, Nottingham Forest against West Ham. This is a bricklayer derby. Nothing spells ham and cheese more than Nottingham Forest against West Ham United. This is going to be a good one. West Ham, dreadful. Forest, they look all right. Still, I don't know what was the thinking of Forest this season. People were thinking maybe they'd slow down a bit, but they look so good. They look like they just picked up where they left off. Even today, I feel like they should have beaten Palace.
I don't know.
They just look good, man. And I think Forest win this game at a canter, 2-3-0. Chris Wood double.
Yeah, I think just because how poor West Ham are, things are looking very bleak for them. So on that, Forest as well. It'll be interesting if Nunes is in the job by then, but I think regardless they'll have too much quality. So I'll go 3-0 Forest.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Actually, again, that's something I wanted to highlight as well. The potential of a new manager. And again, last week of the window, I'm just expecting so many moves to be made. West Ham need players.
Yeah.
Paqueta, I don't think his future is airtight right now.
No.
I'm being honest with you. Now that those charges of the betting scandal and stuff like that's been cleared up.
Yeah.
I think bigger teams might look at him again. But yeah, West Ham don't have a chance in this game, in my opinion. And I think Forest will have too much for them.
They don't have a chance.
I think 2-0 Forest.
Yeah. No. Literally, we're all in the same boat here, man. West Ham, get rid of Potter. To be honest, he's no good. I know you guys want to do the football progressive thing. In my opinion, you need the results, man. Bin this guy off. Go get in a Sam Allardyce. Go get in
Big
somebody
Sam.
who knows how to do the job. You know what I mean? And just get it done. Next game, we'll go into the 7 p.m. before we go into the big one. Aston Villa against Crystal Palace. This is a bit of a tasty one. Palace, man, they're so solid. And Villa, again, they're lacking a lot. They're leaving a lot to be desired. And for that reason, I'm going to say Palace 2, Villa 0. I just think they're going to have a bit too much, man.
2.
Yeah, I think Palace look very solid. And Villa, I don't know if they're still missing Cons. No, he'll be back, isn't it? He'll be back. But Villa, man, this system that they're using at the minute, bro, it is bad. It doesn't look good. It's very central. There's not enough wide penetration. And against a team like Palace, they will love that. I'm telling you that right now. Like Morgan Rogers and John McGinn, nobody giving you any worries going backwards. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. You can just sit there, especially with a 5-back, 2 DMs in front. I think it'd be very comfortable for Palace.
I think just quickly. I thought at this point Villa need to get a result. So I reckon they will just have enough. I feel like Palace are going through a bit of a transition, although they are solid. But depending by then, if they've signed that as a replacement, I don't know if going away to Aston Villa, given as well, I think Emery will be under pressure just to get a good result. So for that reason, I'm probably going to go 2-0.
Listen, I get it. Eze is a fantastic player, and it's going to be very hard to replace somebody like that for your team. But in large parts, especially in this Glasner system, Eze is a maverick, don't get it twisted, and you definitely feel that loss. But he isn't their focal point in terms of goals and assists. Even last season, I don't think he got more goals and assists than Mateta or Sarr last season, Sarr did quite well to get a few goals. I think obviously he might have done. He probably was
in
top
all comps.
in all comps, yeah. But I'm talking about in the Prem mainly. Sarr looked more dangerous, probably more goals, but he does take pens and he does take free kicks and those sort of things. I'm talking about in game, the stats left a lot to be desired in terms of his expected goal involvements, which obviously is up to you whether you read too much into XGI and these things. But when you look at those stats, he wasn't affecting Crystal Palace in a massive way in this new role just off the left with Glasner. So I feel like they're not going to miss him. I know they'll miss him. It sounds crazy, but I don't think it's going to be that much of what people think it's going to be like. Because I think Sarr's quality, they're going to miss him for sure, but I don't think it's going to be that much of a drop-off. I think they'll still be able to score goals.
They will, but just on that, I watched them today. You've got, no offense to the guy, still young and upcoming, but you've got Justin Deveni.
Yeah.
In comparison to Eze. Even like Roman Esse, I would rather prefer him.
No, exactly. That's what I was saying. And I feel like Glasner's got a bit of, when those coaches try and hold back a player a bit just to make sure that they're... He's doing that a bit with Romain Esse, but I really rate him highly. Like, he looks so good, and he was good last season as well, but he didn't get a lot of minutes because I feel like Glasner's trying to protect him a bit and not throw him in at the deep end too quick. But I feel like they've got those deputies there, and Franca's another one we've not seen a lot of, Matheus Franca. He's one that Palace fans rate highly as well. Obviously, I'm not saying these guys should replace Eze. They've still got time to get somebody in who can do that for sure. But with Sarr and Mateta there at the minute, and with Munoz, the way he creates from that right-hand side, like he's basically their attacker. He's probably their most advanced player on the pitch when they're playing. I don't think they're going to miss Eze that much, to be honest with you. But yeah, I think they beat Villa comfortably.
Yeah, I feel like Villa at home, they're just not likely to lose, in my opinion. I feel like their form actually started dipping off at the back end of last season when they were falling out that top 4 challenge week after week after week. So I feel like they've not really addressed that. But I rate Unai Emery as a manager. I think he'll get them going again. Like I said, last week of the window, maybe someone comes in, maybe someone goes, but they've sold Jacob Ramsey, so they've got a bit more movement PSR.
Yeah.
I think by the time this game comes, they've got someone in. I think Villa win. But
what's your bottom line?
1-0.
Yeah, 1-0. Sweet. So that brings to an end our previews of the next week, apart from the big game between Liverpool and Arsenal at Anfield.
Yes.
You kind of looking at each other. We need a little face-off this week, eh? Behind the scenes, we're going to have a little face-off, yeah? Hey, you know what? Yeah, I am excited for this one, especially because next week when we're recording the pod, it's going to be a very tasty episode, I feel like. Man, this is as big as it gets, to be honest. Premier League heritage, 2 behemoths, 2 teams, in my opinion, who should be the front runners for the league this season. Yeah, wow. Big game, big expectations, big players. Yes. This is what we live for, man. This is what we live for. What do you guys think is going to happen? I'll leave it to you guys. I'll give my thoughts later on. Do you guys want to rock, paper, scissors on who starts?
I'm going to be fair. I'm going to let the champion win start, innit?
There we go. That makes sense. Thank you for being gracious. That's not a very Arsenal fan trait, to be honest, but, you know. Go on, Will.
I want to be gracious, but I actually want to sink my teeth into it straight away.
Smoke him.
I accept that.
Talk your shit. Talk your shit right now.
Yeah, let me get
Tell him.
Don't forget, this is going to be recorded, isn't it?
Yeah, especially
we got receipts, innit?
Yes.
Hey, listen, Leeds failed to do it. Leeds failed to do it, but you need to get Gyökeres to stop doing this and start doing very soon. We need that ASAP.
This is the thing, because I'm thinking this type of game, some Arsenal fans are probably just going to disagree with me because I know he splits opinion. But this is the type of game you put Kai Havertz to start. Because, and I said this on the pod last week.
I agree.
Gyökeres eats against bottom half of the table teams. He's moved leagues. So that's why I thought him against Leeds at the Emirates, it was written in the stars, he would get a
bone feeder.
But let me tell you, against Liverpool,
okay.
Even though, let me just start off with one negative, then I'm going to get
Vulture!
Liverpool's defense is really shaky. It's not impressed me at all. I'm even surprised you had Alisson in your FPL team.
Yeah.
I'm happy you've got him because I think Arsenal are going to score a goal. I'll be the first to tell you.
That was
Arsenal will get a goal at Anfield.
Yeah.
But prime Mo Salah or second prime Mo Salah, Hugo Ekitike, it's just annoying me how good we are going to be.
Wow.
Let me tell you right now as well.
Wow.
This time next week, there's going to be a movement on the Isak front.
Yeah.
And if we get, obviously he's not going to play even if we get him in, but just the momentum, the hype, the boost to the dressing room, knowing that a beast like that is going to join the team.
Yeah, and because these lot should have actually gotten him, to be honest. All I heard last year from Arsenal fans, everything was Isak. That was the word on their lips. The next Henry, number 14. They've ended up getting Gyökeres instead. But, you know what I mean?
You know what's crazy? I think maybe we had a conversation about this years ago. When Newcastle went in for Isak was heavily linked with Arsenal. Yeah. They should have got him that summer as well. You know what I mean? But you snooze, you lose, Thames.
He's the one, man.
He's coming to a different red eventually.
He's the truth. Isak's the truth, man.
And I'll say just going back to the game, Liverpool are going to cook in this game. I'm so happy it's at Anfield because this is a perfect time.
I need to sit up for this.
Talk your shit.
Bro, this is a perfect time to play Arsenal.
Hey, you know we're seeing each other next week, you know.
This energy's crazy.
Hey,
I'm loving it though. Hey, I've never seen Will like this, bro. Will's got high energy today.
Because this is like the first time, probably in my lifetime, Liverpool genuinely entered the Premier League season as the favourites.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And yeah, you just look at the competition. I respect Arsenal. Arsenal will be in a title race, if you even want to call last season's race a title race, let's be honest. But you know, this season, you know, I think Arsenal will have a better squad. Arsenal have a better squad, so they should be closer. But Liverpool right now, there's just too much talent. Florian Wirtz, Frimpong is going to miss the game.
Yeah.
And Conor Bradley only just returned to training, so the
probably Gomez.
Situation's a bit here and there, but there's no Trent Alexander-Arnold for Martinelli to be cooking. Thank God for that. So trying out this team.
Martinelli.
Okay, but
it's not even Martinelli anymore, though. They dropped my man. It's Madueke now. Even worse. But go on.
So it's either Joe Gomez or Bradley just gets chucked in, but I think he'll be okay there. So like I said, Liverpool will concede, but Liverpool are going to score. Florian Wirtz is going to do his thing. Mo Salah is getting in on the yak. Hugo Ekitike. He's showing people he's the new Frenchman in town. That's going to be taken. And let's not even forget about Cody Gakpo. I think he's always a player that people forget about in this Liverpool team. McAllister, big game. Ryan Gravenberch will be back properly, fit to play. Honestly, this Liverpool team at full strength.
Yeah.
Because I think other than Frimpong is the only injury problem we've got. Yeah, we're gonna have too much.
And I don't think that's even the problem for you guys. I think in this game you don't want to be playing Frimpong because he's the type of fullback. He's not a fullback really, is he? He's like a winger. Yeah, he is a winger.
He really is.
In the way he plays. I was even saying this to my brother before he come to Liverpool. Man, the guy's quality going forward, but defensively coming back, especially against Arsenal, where they've got that kind of pace to hit you. I don't think Arsenal are going to try and take control of this game at Anfield. We know what Arteta is like in these kind of games. He likes to adopt a defensive mentality. We can say that with what we saw at Old Trafford as well. 100%. The away games, the big away games, he likes to adopt a defensive mentality. So it'd be very hard for you guys to break them down. But you guys have got so much quality. And yeah, man, I think Wirtz will be a massive key to this game, to be honest. If you can find the spaces, I think if he can find the spaces in that Arsenal midfield, because there is space there still, and he can execute well, then you guys could be in. You guys could be in for something big, in my opinion. Temi, how are you feeling going to the home of the champions? It's the start of a tough run for you guys. I think it's Liverpool, Newcastle, City, Forest in the next four. Spurs in there as well.
Could be the toughest run.
Yeah.
The top six.
But I think this is where we surprise people and we're going to send shockwaves. I feel like that Eze signing is just going to give us a massive wealth of confidence. Only I guess little niggly bit is that obviously Erdogan and Saka have picked up injuries, but I am thinking apparently word on the street is, I'm saying Saka could be available for next week. Erdogan, I thought that we can manage without. But
yeah, this is what I wanted to get onto actually. Saka, obviously we've seen this before. How many times from Arteta last season? Yeah. The guy is his meat is full. Pause. His leg meat is falling off the bone. Yeah, and
Slow cooked beef.
you know what I'm saying. And Arteta every week drags this boy out of the medical room by his ear and slaps him into the first team. Bro, give the youth some rest. Yeah. Let him breathe.
But it's hard. It's hard. Remember last season, it was the same thing for the reverse.
Exactly. But this is why.
And then what happened though? A player of his quality, he comes on, cuts in, bow.
No, I get it. 100%.
3 minutes.
I feel that.
Andrew Robertson.
I get it. 100%. But you guys have brought in a worthy understudy now to help him take minutes off of him. And Madueke is a fantastic player that he should be starting every week in and week out for Arsenal.
Ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't get more shameless than what you're witnessing on your screen. Let me just say.
So just drop him, man. Saka, give him a rest. Let Madueke play. But nah, honestly, the kid will probably be back. But what I want to say is Erdegaard, mate. I saw the reaction from a lot of Arsenal fans when he came off the pitch. It seemed like you guys are kind of fed up with the guy at the minute, and you want to see Waneri playing in that position, the club captain. Yeah. How do you feel about that?
It's tough. I feel like I don't know what's happened, but I remember that season where I think he bagged 15, 16 goals in the season. Very industrial to how we play. He's literally like the orchestra, conducts everything, makes us tick. But last season, very poor.
Yeah.
I feel like he's almost went the reverse, where he passes first, where in certain areas, shoot, just let it ring.
Yeah.
And then also very risk averse. He's not making those line breaking passes that you think he would. So
the incisive.
I don't know. I don't know what's been going on with him. I know he did have a little bit of an injury last season. I don't know if that kind of carried on, but there is a bit of an argument as to potentially having Eze start in front or even Waneri. But as for next week, I feel like, Liverpool have got every reason to feel confident. I will say last season, towards the end of the season, 2-0 up, we showed a resilience, came back. We've got a very sturdy defence. You know, like you said, your defence isn't in the best shape right now. So I will say we've got Glock 9, clinical bagsmen up front. You're talking with your chest. I'm going to talk with mine. We're leaving Anfield with something. Something being 3 points.
Wait.
2-0 win.
Talk soon. Oh my God.
2-0 soon.
2-0
I'm not even looking at the camera. I'm meant to be looking at this one. 2-0 win.
Brother, that's how you know, the conviction ain't there, man.
I haven't done that since 2012, mind you.
Speak with your chest, man. Come on.
Talking with my chest, man. I'm talking.
I haven't won Anfield in the... Well, I haven't won at Anfield.
Bro, listen.
Longest.
Let me tell you one thing. When your coach is bringing 16 meters by 35 meter speakers to the training ground and playing "You'll Never Walk Alone," the players is to try.
That's the thing.
Huh?
When was the last time we did?
Listen. Let me finish my point, bruv. But when he's trying to do all of that, it just shows the level of what's the word in his head that Liverpool are, to be honest, and Anfield in general, which I feel like could be a point where this time I don't think you guys will have enough to kind of stop this Liverpool team with all of the additions that they have in attacking positions as well. Man, I think Liverpool, I think it's going to be a tight game, but I think Liverpool do take this one. I'm going to say 1-0. Mo Salah penalty, probably. It's going to be a tight one.
I'll be honest, the only reason people are talking like this is because of that fluke performance against Crystal Palace in the Community Shield, in my opinion. I think people went from hyping up how good Liverpool were because of the start to their window to now railing it in. I think people think that other clubs are much closer to Liverpool.
No,
in my opinion.
I will say though that especially with the amount of forward players you sold, obviously rest in peace Diogo Jota, he's passed away. But then you sold Nunez, you sold Luis Diaz. Only replacement you've brought in was Ekitike, and I feel like that was a very strong point for you last season. You had so many forwards to rotate in and out. I looked at your bench against Palace. Can't lie, I was not convinced.
It's bleak.
So
it is
very
bleak.
So unless you do something Isak, if Salah against Caliafori, other than that, Chiesa off the bench? I'm telling you, Ekitike, you think he can go against Gabriel Saliba?
To be fair, Gabriel and Saliba are good physically, and they tend to relish the physical battle with the strikers. But Ekitike is very technical on the ball as well, and he's got that ability to shift it and go past players. And we've seen him struggle with that type of player previously.
He can shift left, he can shift right. He's gonna have either or. You got Declan Rice in that midfield. You're talking about Florian Wirtz.
No, Rice is
Declan
more.
Rice.
Yeah. Rice is, which I like this season. I feel like he's a bit more, much more advanced and trying to get more, which is where he should be. I think Rice, in my opinion, is a 10-goal a season midfielder,
100%.
and he should be getting those positions and letting those shots off more.
But I feel like we match each other so well in all positions, midfield,
Really?
forward.
No, it would be a fantastic. It would be a
100%.
fascinating battle.
That's what I mean.
I feel like you guys probably better defensively. They're probably better going forward.
Yeah.
But that's much of a muchness. Like it will balance out on the
what I mean?
day. It's going to be interesting.
Tasty,
But there's massive, huge bragging rights on the line, and it's going to be amazing to unpack next week.
I'm ready.
Unless you guys have got anything to add on the game in terms of any points or predictions, I think you guys have both said your predictions,
I
haven't you?
said 2-0. You went for. You said slaps.
Yeah. Arsenal will score, but
Yeah.
Liverpool will score
More.
even more.
Yeah.
3-1.
3-1, yeah, easy. I said 1-0 Liverpool. And
One of us will be. Imagine if it's a draw. And then,
yeah, that would be
I wouldn't be
crazy.
surprised
Isn't it?
either. I wouldn't be surprised either.
But that brings us to an end of our second episode. Guys, we appreciate the love so much. We appreciate everything you've been doing for us. And we'll see you next week to unpack another fantastic week of Premier League football, look into our FPL teams again, and pull some more things out of our shin pads. So until next time, guys, we'll be signing off. It's been me, Abdul, my boy Thames, and my guy Will. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. If you're listening to an audio platforms, give us the 5 stars, follow us, tell a friend to tell a friend, tell your mum to tell your dog, to tell everybody in the neighborhood. We're here and we're going to be giving you guys pure entertainment. So please help us out.
Go on.
See you next week, man. Peace.
Love.